How to create a handwriting practice notebook for kids. Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how you can create a handwriting practice notebook to sell on Amazon or Etsy or any of the other websites that are available, and you can create this kind of notebook for free using Canva. So let's get into it. First off, we're on the Canva homepage, and over here you can see on the right side you have custom size. And you're just going to select the size that you want to opt for. So I'm going to create a 8 by 11 inch notebook. So I'm going to change the pixels into inches. Make sure you do that because the default is usually pixels and you want to make sure that you're measuring in inches. And a good idea is actually just to go on over to Amazon and take a look at some of the best sellers or the notebooks that are selling a lot and replicate their dimensions. So we're going to first go on Amazon just to see what kind of different notebooks are selling out and what their dimensions are. So let's just search for practice notebook for kids. And you can see this is a bestseller. So we're just going to take a look at that. And we're going to go into its product details. And you can see it is also 8.5 into 11 inches. So I'm going to opt for this size as well, 8.5 into 11 inches. And we're going to click on Create New Design. Now, once you have done that, you're going to have your white blank canvas, and it's very easy to create your notebook. First off, I'm going to show you how to create a standard looking page that you're going to copy, and then you're going to add the letters on top. So for creating your basic page, you're going to head on over to Elements on the left. And you can see in Elements, you're going to have lines and shapes. So what you're going to do is you're going to select one of these lines, and you're just going to place it almost like 1/4 below the page. So you're going to leave this much distance to actually add the letter heading. Once you have done that, you can change the line weight. So if you want it to be slightly thinner or thicker, you can do that as well. I suggest you keep the line weight between 3 to 5. That looks the best on paper. I'm going to keep it 3 because I don't want it to be too thick. And you can also change the color to a bit gray because usually it's not, when it's printed on paper, the ink isn't that dark as we think it is. So I would suggest you opt for a gray color because black also may look a bit bleeded out and a bit too dark. So go for one of the gray colors. And after you have placed this line, you're going to go back into Elements. And you're going to click on See All on the shapes. And now you're going to add a dotted line below it. So once you've added that, you're going to add a dotted line. And then you're going to change and add another plain and simple line below it, like so. And once you have done that, you're going to just select all 3 of these lines together. You're going to click on Group. And all of them are going to be grouped. So what grouping means is now you can move them together and they're all going to be moved. So once you have done that, you're just going to click on Control-C and Control-V, and you're going to copy this block and place it right like this. So you can see over here how this is going to, the bottom line is going to thicken up and you're going to have a thicker line. So that's why I suggest you keep your line thickness to a 3 because overlapping them is going to make them look slightly thicker as well. And like so, you have your purple lines to guide you in your alignment. And now I'm just going to copy and paste it for the rest of this page. And you can leave a little bit of space at the bottom because we're going to add our alphabets below. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 rows. So you can extend them as you may like according to whatever kind of design you're going for. It may change the line spacing of your text document, but for me, this is how it's going to look like. After that, what I like to do is I would suggest that you replicate this page after adding the letters down below. So for adding your letters, you're just going to head on over to Text. And you're going to click on Add a bit of body text. And you're going to move it down below. Change the size to a smaller size because you're going to add a lot of text. And now what you're going to do is you're just going to add A, B, C, and all that. Make sure you space it so it's easier for you to add some blocks between them once you have written down all the alphabet. So I'm going to pause for a second and I'm going to add all of the letters and I'll get back to you guys in a second. Now I've added the letters to the bottom of my page and I've just made them hollow. So if you just select this and go on effects over on the top over here, you can just make them hollow. And I've entered like plain simple alphabets, and then I've increased the thickness as well so they can actually look hollowed out. Now once you've done that, you're just going to click on duplicate page, and you're going to do that for all of the letters. So 27 or 30 pages, you're going to duplicate that. And once you have done that, that's a bit tedious work, but once you have done that, you're just going to click on text and you're going to add your letters. So you're going to click on add heading, and starting off with A, you're just going to write A is for apple or whatever you might want to add, like so. You can place it wherever you think is best. I suggest you try to remain within the purple guidelines. And now you're going to go on elements. I'm going to change the font. I don't like this font. And you're going to go back onto elements and you're going to search for apple or whatever you wrote over here. And you're going to click on graphics. And then you're going to add whatever kind of animation that you like. So I like this one. I'm going to add this. I'm going to resize it. And I'm going to place it right over here. And now I'm going to add text. I'm going to click on add a subheading. And I'm going to click on A. I'm going to resize it. And I'm going to place it right over here. And now I'm going to reduce the thickness of the letter. So you're going to click on these three dots. And then you're just going to take a look if it's uppercase. You're going to click on effects. Make sure that it doesn't have any stylized effects because that can irritate your line spacing and make it look a bit less like a notebook and more like a designed cover. You're going to resize it and you can see your line spacing and letter spacing. You can either increase the letter spacing and just place your letters over and over on the same row, not like this, but if you do this, extend your box over here. Keep on adding A's. There you have it. You can just increase your line spacing a whole lot more. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select all of these letters and I'm going to increase the line spacing like so. Letter spacing and line spacing as well. Make sure the line spacing coordinates with your given columns like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make the text a bit gray because black can look a bit too dark sometimes, so I'm just going to make it gray instead of black, like so. And I'm going to change the font as well, like so. Now moving it a bit more so it coordinates with my lines. I'm going to move it like that, and here we have it. I'm going to center my A's, and now I'm just going to click on Ctrl-C and Ctrl-V, and I'm going to copy this right below as well. And you're just going to copy it into all of the rows like this. And then you can add lowercase as well. So I'm just going to copy it once more. And instead of capital A's, I'm just going to add small a's like that. And now I'm going to copy that. Just going to select this like so. I'm going to place it down below. It's a bit tedious to do at first, but once you have created one book, it's like never ending. It's something that's going to be purchased every year, all the time, because it's something that is not just reusable. People can't rewrite over this and they have to purchase it new every time. Now, once you have done that, the last thing I like to do is for whatever letter this page is, you're just going to fill out that letter. So this A, I'm going to make it not hollow. I'm going to click on effects and I'm going to remove the hollow effect from this letter only. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove it from here and I'm going to add text, add A, and I'm going to move it down below. I'm going to match the font used in the rest of the letters, and I'm going to match the font size as well. I'm just going to place it over here. And I'm going to make it bold like this. So for whatever page you have designed, you're going to make that letter appear non-hollow. so you know that this is for that page, and so on. You're going to create the rest of your pages, and once you have done that, you have a book that is never going to expire, and that's going to generate you money for the rest of your life. So I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful, and I will catch you guys in the next video.